Meeting is now done.
We're in.
I call this meeting to order. Mr. Mayor, please call roll.
Mr. Rivers?
Here.
Ms. Knapp?
Here.
Ms. Taranto?
Here.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, do we have any agenda changes today?
I would like to add to new business a short presentation about a teen support group under, what would that be?
Do you want it up front though, so she doesn't need to
Yeah,
stay
and I
on?
was going to ask if she could come up and speak for a few minutes when we're ready.
And I believe we had an addition.
Mr. Chairman, if I could, we have a possible removal of item 12, old business, items A and B, the tabled minutes from July 15th trustee meeting, regular trustee meeting, and the tabled minutes from July 29th, regular trustee meeting.
Okay.
So that is a request to remove those from the agenda.
And I believe we also had the agreement involving the road park. That didn't make the agenda, however, was in the backup.
Yes, it's under item 11, administrative report, discussion and possible action concerning the field agreement at Roe Park with Olentangy Pioneers Little League Baseball. Or,
Yeah.
excuse me, that's under item 9, park report,
Is that under C? 9C?
E. And then I have another addition under administrative report, item 11, item D, discussion and possible action concerning the water issue at Township Hall.
Okay. With that, do we have any public comments for items that are not on today's agenda? If we have a short presentation,
Yeah,
what
please.
do we have?
Ms. Ashford.
Thank you. Good morning. Thanks for the opportunity. So I had approached Lisa a couple of weeks ago in regard to
Could you please give us your name and
Oh,
address, please?
I'm sorry, sure. Dorothy Ashford, 2589 Sandhurst Drive in Lewis Center, 43035.
Thank you.
So I'm here representing a support group that I'm starting for teens called Actify Columbus. And the impetus of this is through my own experience with my daughter. I've noticed a gap in care for kids who are struggling with depression and anxiety and just general teen stuff. But between where teens are either you're going to the ER because you're in crisis or you're on a wait list to see a therapist for weeks to months, literally. So in the Columbus area. So the reason I'm here today and the reason I had approached Lisa was we're seeking a meeting space. So I'm endeavoring to set up this a weekly recurring meeting as a forum for kids to come and have a safe space to, support their path to wellness. So it would be kids struggling with anxiety and depression, not therapy, not that, but to provide them and give them awareness in regard to resources, tools, coping skills that they can use. So approaching the township to see if this space could be available or a space could be available for this weekly meeting. Since Lisa and I spoke, I had reached out to several members of our community, the library. So the Delaware County Library has an initiative around teens, and they are graciously donating their space Monday evenings to us on a weekly recurring basis. They're able to put it under their teen zone, and it aligns with what they're doing there. So, Lisa felt, and we agreed that it may be a good idea for me to approach you. Certainly, I think, we know there's issues, right? Our kids are struggling with issues. We've had several incidents at Liberty High School, unfortunately, and just wanted to make this available. It's grassroots, guys. I'm just a mom. The meeting agenda will be a standard meeting agenda every time. We will have, I'll have a guest speaker. So, throughout our journey, I've made, several, I've gotten to know several people, but we've got support from NAMI, from the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, Nationwide Children's, Columbus Springs Changes, several. I don't think there will be a shortage of expertise that can come in and just, share and provide support. So, last thing. So, who knows what this will turn into, but I would welcome the opportunity to be on your radar to, number one, liaise as additional space or as a backup, or for expansion, but also just to make sure that we are aligned in this effort, because the awareness is what will drive kids to be able to come to the meeting. So thank you.
And like Dorothy said, she does have a space now at the library, which is great, but just in case it were to be expanded or that program were to be not available anymore, I just wanted her to come in and speak with us about it. As some of us with older children know, we've known a lot of our kids' friends who've gone through this, or maybe our own kids have actually gone through it, the depression and the feeling isolated. And it's something I think most kids go through. And I think this would be a great way for kids to come in and make new contacts and new friends and have a support system for them that they don't have right now. It's very hard to reach out to others when you're a teenager. And like Dorothy said, a lot of the programs are full and it's hard to get assistance. And this would be a student-led effort. Correct. There would be adults there at all times. And like she said, it's not actually anything that's medical, but kind of like a little bit like AA in a way that it's mostly stories and speakers and just fellowship. So I just wanted to see if the other trustees would have support if we were to bring this up in the future, if necessary.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's your outreach? How will people know about it?
Mm-hmm. So first of all, it's our schools. So we've got Olentangy High School and the folks that I know there, but working with their new youth services leader, Alicia Brantz, and then over at Olentangy STEM, Karen Sidoti there. So the schools, but then also it's the mental health, the institutions I referenced earlier. So Nationwide Children's, Columbus Springs, being able to, advise people that there's something available, right? I mean, because literally the way it is weeks to months to have your child be able to be seen, and it's a critical time. But, again, this can, hopefully we're catching kids prior to that crisis. And then certainly once you're in therapy, it's an additional ongoing way to get you out of your own head for an hour. But the community partnership is critical to driving that awareness.
Okay. Do you have a website?
So I did just get our URL. It's Actify-Columbus. My daughter's creating the web page. So again, our first meeting is targeted September 30th at the library. It's closed to parents, so it is only kids. However, we will be requiring parental signature on, permission slip and a waiver. Yeah, so the website's coming soon.
Okay.
Yeah, and it will literally be an informational page with the waiver, but you gotta start somewhere, so,
Well, thanks for doing this for our community. I really think we have a big need there, and I
thanks.
really appreciate it.
And I appreciate your support in advance. Thank you.
Thanks for everything.
Thank you.
I make the motion to go into executive session for A, executive session to consider confidential information directly related to negotiations with other political subdivisions respecting requests for economic development assistance that is due to be provided or administered under Chapter 715 of the Ohio Revised Code, and that the board determines the executive session is necessary to protect the interest of the applicants or the possible investment or expenditure of public funds to be made in connection with the economic development project. And B, to consider employment and compensation of a public employee or official.
Second?
Mr. Rivers?
Yes.
Ms. Knapp?
Yes.
Ms. Taranto?
Yes.
And we are inviting Mr. Lamb, Mr. McCarthy, Mr. Bodnar, Ms. Shinram, and Chief Noble, as well as Rob Platt and Mr. Robert Gilpin.
There will be a brief intermission.